Don't open your eyes, Masters. Don't open your eyes. You are in deep, deep meditation. Just observe your breath only. Observe in-breath, out-breath. Be with your breath, Masters. When the thoughts come, cut the thoughts, go back to breath again. Another 5 minutes more, Masters. 5 minutes more. Don't open your eyes, Masters. You are in deep, deep meditation. Now, be aware yourself, Masters. Slowly bring the awareness to your body. Just feel your toes moving, your fingers moving. The awareness. Just feel a lot of energy in the body. Another 30 seconds more. So, 30 seconds more, Masters. Now you're back to your body, in a body consciousness, Masters. Just your body consciousness. Ten seconds more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly open your hands and cover your eyes, masters. Keep your hands high for a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly release the hands and open your beautiful eyes, the beautiful smile. Thank you very much for the wonderful meditation. Thanks to the Mother Nature and the universe and all the gurus, masters who are guiding this beautiful meditation. Give a big clap. Thanks to you, masters. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, masters. Thank you very much for a wonderful meditation, for beautiful music. Thanks to Master Saujanya. Now, we are just today a wonderful master from Bengaluru here, Master Srinivas Rao. And anyway, is my old friend also. And he's today will be giving the topic introduction of alternative therapy. Whatever it is, we'll be getting a lot of beautiful knowledge there from him. Please, masters, you can keep a pencil, pen, and a paper within you. Whatever here, just jot it down so that you can ask questions, because he is very good at answering questions also. You know? Okay, master. Now I leave it to Madam Saujanya. Madam Saujanya will begin the introduction. Okay, Madam, it's all for you.
Atma pranams to everyone. Welcome to another wonderful session of Spiritual Tablets Awareness Program. Today we really have a wonderful and interesting session with our senior master, Srinivas Rao Surampudi. So there is a big list about Sir to introduce. Sir gave very short, but when I see it is very big. So going to Sir's experience, Sir was an ISRO Satellite Center assistant scientist for 13 years. And Sir worked in HP for 16 years as program manager and product manager, engineering manager, and India operations manager. And MVP award, Sir was awarded with MVP award in 2006 in HP at Florida, USA. And since 2014, Sir is life coach, career and psychological counselor, energy healer, parenting coach, memory and mind trainer. Sir, we are really blessed to have you in our session today, sir, with your vast knowledge in life, and as a life coach will help us a lot in learning a lot from you, sir. We are expecting so many sessions from you, and please bless us with your knowledge, sir. Please welcome, sir. Please take over. You can take over, sir. You can start, sir.
Can we have one video look of everybody so that I know with whom I am talking to? Before I start, I just wanted to have everybody to come on video if it is okay for all. Okay. Others also? Okay, so yeah, I just start off this. I hope any doctors are there in this group. Are there any doctors in the group? Medical doctors? Are you able to hear me? Saujanya madam, are you able to hear?
Yes, sir, I can hear.
Yeah. I'm just asking, sir. Anybody doctors are here in this group?
I think none, sir. I think no one.
Okay. And all are from Malaysia only, or anybody from Australia?
Some are from India, sir.
Okay.
No one joined from Australia, sir, today.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it may be too late for them. So
yes.
I'll just start off and do I set the...
Yes, sir, we can see, sir. We can see the screen.
Yeah, you are able to see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thanks for a very good introduction. Is this blocking here? Actually,
Yes, sir.
is this blocking here, that share
No.
of this one? No.
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So this is. Thanks for a nice introduction. And I started thinking, what is that I can do after my retirement, and how I should be in a position to, with all my skills, with my knowledge, whatever I can whatever I can do in the learned over a period of time, how I can be more useful to the society, I thought. So then the name Rising Lifeline clicked me. And then so in the areas of health, education, career and finance, wealth and prosperity, finally success and happiness, this is what I thought, where I can contribute to the people. Hence we designed this logo here. I am from Hyderabad, basically Telugu. Came to Bangalore to join in ISRO Satellite Center. Worked there as a senior scientist for about 13 years, and worked for about 12 satellites launching. And one of my programs was also selected to be used at Sriharikota immediately after launch to determine my orbit of the satellite. So then I was working on orbit determination and predictions of the satellites and various centers in Bangalore and Ahmedabad, etc. I was working on. So then I left in '98 and joined in Hewlett Packard and worked in various roles. And I was also India operations manager. In 2013, I left the organization. Then over a period of time when I was in ISRO, I learned pranic acupressure, and I am thrilled with the acupressure, the way it works. And then also with the pranic healing, later on I learned pranic healing. And I have been into the meditation since almost from 85, 86. I learned yoga, and I was doing meditation, etc. So over a period of time, I learned all these things like acupressure, pranic healing, access consciousness, bachelor remedies, color therapy, hypnotherapy, pyramid vastu, and numerology, and DMIT, meditation, parenting coach, etc. and all. So most of the things I decide and then make it, but directly or indirectly, whoever have taught me. So it is my namaskars to all my gurus. So it's starting with my parents, and then my spiritual guru, Mataji Krishna Priya, whose ashram is there in Ramchandrapuram, near Rajahmundry, and also in Nagpur, and Parlakamidi in Orissa. So there I learned, I was initiated by her. Then onwards, I have been into the spiritual lines almost from 86 or so, more. So then I learned acupressure, pranic healing. So all those gurus, whether whoever have taught me directly and then indirectly, so I go to all of them. And all the information, whatever I am giving here, is whatever that's mostly available on the internet and other places. While I say it is alternative therapies, I'm not against any therapy, traditional therapies. So traditional allopathy medication, many people hate it, but it has its own advantages, and in emergencies one has to use it. And alternative therapies don't have the proper proof of many of the things, don't have the proper statistics and proof. So that's the reason any government is not recognizing these things. So, but these things supplement the main healing, and it elevates, brings some balance in the body, homeostasis, and then also it elevates the healing power within the body. So whatever the system one follows, these things also can go along with very well. along with those systems, whether one follows allopathy or Ayurveda or Unani or any other medical system. These systems which I have been using here or we are discussing, they are going to work along with them, and no side effects we have seen. And this healing and cure depends on person to person, and we cannot generalize saying that for one person it reduced in 5 days, the other person will be excellent in the same 5 days. So it happens, it depends on various factors of the body, etc. And so here I'm a life learner, what I should say, because I've been continuously learning, and really the spiritual masters like the Patriji, from the Patriji, so many people like Master Dr. GK, Dr. Newton, Kondaviti, and all these people also have started spreading so many things. And most of you are also into the spiritual tablets. I also learned spiritual tablets last year only. And let us see, I'm still learning so many things from them also. If I mistake or overstep anywhere, please don't mistake me. So it is only, I'm also ever learner. So now here, with all these techniques, what I am doing is that psychological counseling, healing, spiritual healing, and health tips for self-help. And there are access bars, batch flow remedies for emotions. And each of these things I'm going to cover in a few minutes time. And acupressure color therapy. In acupressure, various varieties are there. So one is pressing the points, and the other one is just applying the colors on the fingers and all. Then Vastu and the numerology. Here the Vastu, I am using the pyramid Vastu. Vastu corrections we do with the pyramids. We do the corrections with the pyramids without the demolition and etc. reconstruction. Then career counseling and DMIT. When I say this, DMIT is multiple intelligence, and some of the leaders from the Malaysia also came here to teach us fingerprint analysis. We use this fingerprint DMIT career counseling from the fingerprints we'll come to know inborn potential and then characteristics of each individual. I'm going to cover a little bit, and then psychometric tests we do, and then for the both health as well as the career choosing, we do the psychometric test. Then also parenting coach and memory training, etc. And there is another course called the Energy SOI trainer to enhance 90 cognitive abilities for the children. This will be useful for the students or people below 30 years. From 5 years to 30 years, we can use this. We see very good progress in them, in their brain growth, etc. and all in this one. Madam, how much time we have? Saujanya, madam? Is it another 1 hour we have, or half an hour?
Yes, sir, you carry on.
Okay. So this in the healing side, again, it is physical and psychological and personal counseling and relationship we do, and energy healing we do, the personal and environment, and a parenting coach. And career counseling wise, inborn potential will come to know, and from the inborn potential, which area, which industry will suit the individual, so that which work and which role they can take it. We go to the depth, that depth here. And SOI training, as I mentioned. Okay, so this is my list of all the activities, and then there's some brief description. I will share this PDF document to the people later here. Okay, so let us make it somewhat interactive. Those people who wanted to ask any questions in between, you can raise. From now onwards, I will be talking of one after the other the methods. Okay, so this is dermatographics multiple intelligence test, DMIT. Why I put this also, while I use this for the career counseling, and why I put this in healing, alternative therapies. We take the fingerprints of both the hands, both the left hand. We map the right hand maps to the left brain, and left hand maps to the right brain, and brain is again divided into the two parts, left and right, like the left and the right portion, and each finger again breaks the each portion of the brain into 5. So we have totally 10 portions of the brain. So from these 10 portions, we will come to know many things, why a person behaves like this, like he behaves, he or she behaves, why a child behaves like what he is behaving. We know that most of the times when children particularly, sometimes they don't sit at one place, they keep on running. Some people are very hyperactive, and some children, if somebody comes to the house, they jump and run towards them, irrespective of whether they are new people or old people or known people. Some people will get into the shell, they will not know. So we'll come to know why the child is behaving like this. So this is, some people are interpersonal and some are intrapersonal. Why many parents complain that my child is not at all focusing on the studies, and my child is the teachers complain that child is looking into the looking through the windows outside every time, he doesn't listen. So all those things, why they behave like that, will come to know from this. So there is something called the inborn potential. In a moment, I'm come to that. What are all the potentials will come to know, and personal traits will come to know. Their learning styles will come to know. So the mainly people, children, when they are not able to perform well in the student in the class, in mathematics or science, the parents will keep them into the tuition. Again, the same method of training is provided in the tuition also. Still, they get less marks in mathematics or science or whatever the subjects they are going for the tuition. Why like that? So, the learning style of individual depends upon the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So, these visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, you know that children learn even when they are in their womb, like Abhimanyu or anybody. And many children nowadays, they are listening to the music, and they act, the people, the mothers, they know very well how the child learns, and how they react to the child within the womb also. These fingerprints are forming when the child has is within the womb itself. From 12th week to 24 weeks time, the fingerprints are formed. So the brain mapping to these fingerprints is done through the RNA, from DNA, RNA, it is done to that. So it is almost, it is always the same. The fingerprints, what we take here and the finger, each of the fingers, even if whatever the age of the child, to the human being, to the 80 years, 90 years also, the fingerprints won't change. So from the fingerprints, when we are taking, their characteristics will come to know very clearly. So, okay, so the visual, auditory, and kinesthetic, because depending upon that, the children behavior will change. Suppose auditory means when the child teacher is telling in the English or languages without writing on the board, auditory children will learn very fast and reply. So that teacher will think that this child is very intelligent. Now, when visual students, when it is written on the board, like mathematics or science or drawings or designs, when it is put on the board, children will come to know, and those people, visual people, will reply very fast. So maths and science teacher think that the other set of students, can we have mute of all, please? Others, some noise I'm getting. So we will, other teacher will tell that other set of students are very intelligent. Now, when it comes to the practical writing, when people practice with the hands, that is the kinesthetic energy. When the kinesthetic energy is high, people, those who write, practice with their own hands, they will perform much better in the exams. And finally, the people, those who are with the kinesthetic energy, may score more marks than auditory and visual. And the parents and the teachers do not know today why the children, their assessment is failing, and why some children are scoring more, some children are scoring less. So this is one of the main reasons where we can get that visual, auditory, and kinesthetic of the child for the learning purpose. And how they communicate, we also come to know from this. And there are 8 multiple intelligences, like I will show here in the next slide. So you can see here the we can see this video, this graph here, inborn multiple intelligence and examples. So the naturalistic, musical, kinesthetic, visual, spatial, linguistic, logical, intrapersonal, and interpersonal. Whichever is all these 8 parameters everybody is having. All the children or all the elders also will have this. But whichever is high, depending upon that, their characteristics will vary, whichever is high or low, and their performance also will vary. So we should know that suppose if the musical is high and if the music is not, and we keep children, because the parents could not learn music, our parents are interested in music, so we we put them into the music or dance. So then what happens, after some time they drop out, and then parents complain that, oh, I have taken him for this tabla, I have taken him for this dance and so many things, he has not learned anything, and this one. But unless the musical is high, very high, we cannot know really whether the person learns or not much easier. So if the music is high and the linguistic is very high for them, those people will be good at singing and writing and understanding the lyrics. If the music is high and kinesthetic is very high, those children will be good at dancing and etc. And if there is, apart from in the kinesthetic, again we have the 2 portions. One is the gross and one is the fine motor skills. Gross motor skills and fine motor skills. If the gross motor skills are high, they will be good at dancing. And if fine motor skills are good, the children will be good at playing the piano or maybe the instruments where the fingers are supposed to be used, with the fingers. So we should, if the child, if we take the profile of this in the early age of a child, maybe about 3 years or 5 years of the age, then we can decide what are the hobbies we can inculcate in the child depending upon their interest. So otherwise today only the parental interest is going and it is being put on the children, and finally parents have only resentment. I tried so many things and the child has not learned anything. Okay, so this is very important to know what is the behavior of each individual. And here it is low, whatever is low, reflecting in the multiple intelligence here. These things, lower things also can be pulled, provided the higher things are met in a day. So that means if it is intrapersonal, that means the child requires their own time, child or individual, they require their own time and space in the morning as soon as they get up. Then only they will be able to work on other things, other 8 activities. If suppose if for somebody the kinesthetic is very high, they cannot sit at one place. If they go for the walking, jogging, swimming, etc., then their kinesthetic energy is met in the day, then they will be in a position to pull up all their other activities and other works. Okay, so this is how we will come to know, and we'll come to know from this. This is called the Johari window. Maybe some of you know about this. Whatever is known to them, known to self and known to the others, is the open area of the child or individual. And whatever is hidden is known to self and not known to the others. Only the individual know about themselves, and the known to not known to the self and known to the others. Like what is there behind us, we will not know. So somebody else have to tell us. So what is happening? So this is, we'll come to know the blind spots. Others will come to know, and not to know, not known to the self also, not known to the others also, is totally unknown area. By going through this DMIT or fingerprint analysis, we will get more about this unknown areas. So as we shift, the unknown area is becoming less and less. We know ourselves and we know our potential, and everybody knows about inborn potential or about ourselves, and then the things will be much better, and they flourish very well easily in their activities. Okay, so again, the psychometric test, many people will go through. In the psychometric test, what it means is, at any point in time, what the child individual is taking. For many recruitments, etc., people will go through the psychometric test. So the psychometric test will give us there will be 30-40 questions, and from the questions we will try to reflect what our mind is thinking, what we are thinking, and then we will talk about we will come out with the solutions from that. And then dermatographics, it is inborn potential that we will come to know from the fingerprints. As I mentioned, it is innate, means inborn potential, and we will come to know all these things, and this will be used for both, as I mentioned in my first slide here, we use this for the career counseling. That means whether a person can be a marketing or sales guy, or whether the person can be a receptionist, or whether a person can be CEO candidate or CXO candidate, CFO candidate, or whether can be an athlete, or whether a person can be. So like this, which area a person can choose their job. Particularly, this will be very useful in the midlife crisis, we call it normally. After reaching 35-40 years of age, many people think that this is not the job what I wanted to do. They will look for, they don't know what to do. They can't quit their job and search for the new job, and it will be difficult for them to continue in the same job. But there is an opportunity for them to choose their own hobbies and options, and then they can select their jobs based on that. If it is a student at the 10th standard or 12th standard, we suggest which course to take, whether they can be good at CA, chartered accountant, or whether they are good at medical or engineering, depending upon their multiple intelligence and their leadership and behavioral qualities, gross motor final skills, and language and music or visualization, etc. Depending upon all these communication skills on the left side, on the right side, we use them for the counseling of the child, or why their behavior. Even sometimes, while we are not supposed to use this DMT for the health recognition and health purpose, but definitely for the stress management purpose we can use it. And then relationship counseling we are using, parental child counseling we are using, and student counseling studies, subjects, etc. we can suggest. So which job, which studies they can select, what they can do. And for career, which job, which industry, which role they can take it up to that level, we have a granularity in this one. So this is all about the DMIT. We use between the relationship, as I mentioned, between wife and husband and the children and parents, why our children is behaving like that, why my wife or my spouse is behaving like this, will come to know. So mainly here what happens is, if one of the persons, like wife and husband, husband is interpersonal, husband is more interpersonal, spouse is intrapersonal. Husband wants wife to come along with him to meet his friends. Wife doesn't want to meet, intrapersonal, because they are self-aware and they want their own time and space. Whereas the husband wants immediately to come to them. So this is where we'll come to know. And sometimes while we were doing one of the counselings in the relationship, we came to know wife is very good at managerial and leadership and planning skills, whereas husband is good at the language and this one, and wife is intrapersonal, and then husband is interpersonal. So then we suggested how the husband has to change, or how, where, in which areas wife has to change, and so that their relationship will be better. So this is about the DMIT. And any questions at this stage? Okay, so I will go ahead with the other one. So there is 90 skills development for children. Here the cognitive skills we are collaborating with. There is a comprehension. This children, many times there will be a written test for them, 3 hours written test, and we'll come to know in which areas the child is poor. Because again, as I mentioned, many children, many parents don't know what are the strengths of the child, whether they are visual or auditory or kinesthetic, whether they are language skills, or there are which perception is high for them. Because we don't know that, there will be a test like a figural, symbolic, and semantic test in assessing them. And after taking the test, there will be the individual training plan that will be given in the operations, cognition, memory, critical thinking and decision making, problem solving and creativity, etc. So this is about 10 hours per each module. There will be 10 modules. 10 hours into 10 is 100 hours of training to the children. It is even the when I have tested with the 25 years, 30 years of people, those who have not done this kind of an activity, they were thrilled, and then they said it is really a good exercise for them. So here this one is the cognition is comprehension, memory, critical thinking, creative thinking, scholastic problem solving. We are not teaching here subjects which are taught in the classes. So but the training in these areas will help them solve the problems of the school or problems in the classes, whatever they are doing. Okay, so this is based on the Miri Makers, this one. From SOI program, everybody, all the children will be benefited from this. The gifted children are very good. They know many things, but still the tests and the training will be there for them. Mentally retarded are near the children, those are not able to pick up, and some learning disabilities are there. Those children also, it will help them, because the individual trainings are provided, individual training kits are created based on the individual test, initial test. And aspirational students, that is like learning difficulties, or maybe the medium class students, those are not very high and not very slow. For such students also it will help. So in a spectrum, all the students can go through this, and it gives very good results. If the child is very gifted, and then 100 hours of training, instead of 100 hours of training, it will be about 80 hours. They will be able to pick up fast. And if the child is almost very slow learner, it could be 120 to 140 hours, it could happen. Okay, so this is what about the Energy SOI program. It benefits a lot for all the children, many children. So, okay, so when we talk of the healing and health purposes, many times nowadays many studies are proving that psychological problems create the physical problems also. We'll come to know in a while how those things will impact us. There are a lot of emotions that everybody go through: sadness, stress, fear, anxiety, self-concern, interfacing, panic attacks, jet lag, or stutter, phobias. So emotional eating will be there. So anger, hate, the effects of trauma. As I mentioned again, all these things are available in the internet. I'm not trying to claim anything for my innovation or this one. So just for the purpose of training the people, or maybe bringing the awareness about alternative therapies, I'm trying to pull this information and help the people, those who don't know much about in these areas. So now we are getting into the more of alternative therapies here. uh, the many times the stress and sadness also will give into many psychological disorders and psychological problems, etc. As masters, I don't have to stress much on that, because you might have gone through spiritual tablets and then regular meditation, etc. You are going, and many of you might have gone into the pyramids and did the meditation. So you know what is the impact of the negative emotions, negative energies on us, and then here how we can make it. But people, those who do not get into the, do not know much about those things, these things will definitely help a lot. So there is a technique called the access bars. So this access bars is invented in US by Gary Douglas, and supported by Dane here Dane. So there are 32 points in the brain. The 32 points just to be touched like this from one side to the other side like this. When we are touching the points like this, we create a bar kind of a thing. The energy bar will be created, and the blockages from the bar will be removed. Any blockages will be removed, thereby the energy flow will improve in the brain. Suppose that I'll just show you in a minute where the okay. So here the points you can see here. Page 1 is not coming. Okay. So there are the 32 points which are there here. Are you able to see here this small chart? I could not make it bigger here. So this chart, if you see here, there are the points are given here. These 32 points, when we lightly touch, they become sorry. So when these are the points like this here, you can see the power band, then the clustered points, money, creativity and control, then aging toaster. So many people think that the problems are coming because of the aging, or in the body due to the age, certain functions of the body are not performing well. Such kind of things, just by touching the fingers like this, we touch the head very lightly. Like you can see here how this is being, he is keeping the hands here. I'll make it slightly bigger. Just how lightly he is touching, you can see here energy pool, and then the implant band touching, then here the money, creativity, control, aging toaster, creativity. The creativity in the child or person can be increased. Creating connections, somebody is looking for the more people to do the business, creating connections is required. Creating life forms, this is required for the life form productivity, that is the for the generation of the children. aging related problems here, the aging toaster, and forms and structures, hopes and dreams, and bridging the bar, etc. So these things like this, there are various 32 points where just by touching those points, we bring the awareness we bring the energy clearances in the brain and body. So when we are touching, the points will be a bar, like as I mentioned. That is the reason there is a bar is mentioned here. Here access bars. So we are accessing to our consciousness through these bars. So thereby, how we use this, thereby the creation of the energy flow will improve in the body, and then a lot of benefits will happen. So some of the benefits, as I mentioned here, 2-3 cases quickly I will make it. Increasing the better mental health clarity, increased energy and stamina, changes in addictive behaviors, reduction in elimination of the pain, peaceful and restful sleep. Many people suffer from the insomnia. Just by touching some of the points in the head, the sleep will induce by clearing some of the areas. So one person came to me. She's having the hand pain for several years. She is unable to lift the cooker from the stove and used to call the daughter. And after the 15 minutes session of this access bars, she said the pain has gone, because the continuous pain was there in her hands, and where she was unable to hold anything, and the pain has gone within 15 minutes session. Of course, for somebody it could be 15 minutes, or for somebody it could be some 2-3 sessions of 40 minutes may be required. And here for one student, engineering student who came, he has a stammering problem, and he has a hesitation to speak in the on the dais. And he was selected for the cultural activities. After we did some 40-minute session for him, the next day, after 2-3 days, he sent a message to me saying that, uncle, today miracle happened. I went on to the stage and took the control of everything without any fear, and my speech and my talk was very good, because even the fear in him has been removed, and he was able to speak clearly in front of the audience. Another student of engineering student, who was doing meditation to remove the fear, who was doing a lot of yoga and studies, still he cannot speak with others. So one day he was selected in a written test by one of the MNCs, and he was shortlisted among the 500 students, then shortlisted to 10 students, then 3 people were shortlisted, and he was one of them, and he was asked to speak in front of all those 500 students in the auditorium. When he spoke, he fearlessly spoke. What he attributes to the this one is, just before 3-4 days before, we did this access bars for him. So, and with that, he is able to fearlessly go and speak. And one person was having a migraine headache for several years, and daily in the morning he takes the migraine tablets, and then only get up from the bed. After doing some 10 to 12 sessions, he stopped migraine tablets totally. So like this, there are several cases where without consuming any tablets, one can get healed. And this also works well for the paralysis kind of a thing. Of course, it may not be 100%, he may not recover, but at least some 10 to 15% recovery is also a gift for the such kind of people here. Okay, so this is one of the things called the access bars. A lot of information available on the internet, and I have been trained and I have been using this since 2012. Any questions at this stage? Okay. The batch flow remedies, again, as I mentioned, there are a lot of emotions. So these batch flow remedies work on emotions. This is a kind of, there is a Edward Bach. There was in 1900, Edward Bach, who was having a big hospital in London or UK, and he is a homeopathy doctor as well as allopathy doctor, and he is not happy in treating some of the cases, some of the patients psychologically with those treatments. And then he went on to the Mount Vervain, and then he felt there are some smells which are healing and elevating his moods and emotions. Then he came out with 38 flowers. By extracting those flowers, the oils from those flowers, he came out with the batch flower remedies. Like for instance, there is a beach. The people, those who look for the this again, the character people have been characterized into the some of the flowers, and it is a full study. Anybody can learn. One need not be a doctor for this. Anybody can practice with this batch flower remedies, and many homeopathy doctors know about this, but the general public doesn't know that batch flower remedies can be practiced or learned them by others easily. We learned in 2010 or 11, and we started practicing it. So walnut is used. There is a remedy called walnut in this one for the adjustments. Walnut is adjustment for the between wife and husband, or maybe children, parents, between the atmosphere. Suppose it is too hot and humid, you are not able to adjust, and take walnut 2 or 3 pills. Immediately the universe will start bringing change in you. Universe will start bringing the change suitable to you. Sometimes my personal experience is, I boarded a bus in Bangalore to go to Hyderabad. It was very humid summer, and then I thought I booked AC bus, but then it is a non-AC bus. Then I just started chanting walnut, walnut, walnut. By the time 10-15 kilometers my bus has traveled, suddenly there is a rain that started. I don't know, we can't expect in summer, mid-summer of April, May, you can't expect rains. Suddenly, where from the rain come, I don't know, but then I am happy, and I'm happily traveling in the rain in the bus, non-AC bus, for almost up to the midnight, where till the temperature cooled down. It was there up to that time, the rain was there. So when there is that means like atmosphere, weather, or people. Suppose if we are meeting some new people and not able to adjust. Suppose somebody is working with the new people or teammates or somebody, they are not able to work well, gel well with them. The walnut will help. Similarly, the aspen. Aspen is for the unknown fears. Many children, they have a fear, and many parents have the fear. It's they don't know why they are fearing. Could be anything, unknown reasons. And similarly, aspen is for unknown fears. And there is something called the mimulus. Mimulus is for the known fears, like public speaking is known fear, meeting like exam fear, cockroach fear, lizard fear. This kind of things are known fears. It will help for the people that 1 or 2 doses if they take Mibulus. Of course, when I am saying 1 or 2 doses, in some cases, they may have to take 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It will be helpful for them to come out their fears, etc. And there is a larch. There is a flower remedy called the larch. That gives us the lot of courage to do anything. So many individuals, those who are unable to take a forward step to do anything they want to do because of so many fears. So this larch also will help them to come out of those fears and then take the courageous step forward. And there are like these 38 flower remedies, 38 characteristics, many problems they address. And they came out with the 5 flowers, the rescue remedy. The rescue remedy is a combination of 5 flowers, which is really an emergency situation medicine. It works wonders. People, those who are, suppose if this particular remedy is taken by the people, if they are carrying that particular remedy, like we make it like a homeopathy pills, and if they are taking this along with them, no emergency situations will arise. Suppose at an accident, if some accident happens, the bleeding is coming, apply this rescue remedy, liquid or tablets, apply. Immediately they come out, that of emergency situation will come out. They will come out of emergency situation. People, those who are in ICU, if we give this emergency situation will come out, and they will come out of ICU successfully and happily. But we know, when in allopathy, in the hospitals, when we take these kind of medicines, they will not allow. But if we apply this liquid, rescue remedy liquid on the skin of an individual also, immediately there will be a lot of change in them, and immediately they open eyes. This is a personal experience. I went to there was a call for me where the person fainted and not speaking, not waking up for last 5 hours. Then the information came to us very late, and then we went there, and father also with me, his father with me. Then when we went there, he just applied this rescue remedy on his skin. Immediately when the father was calling his name, he opened up his eyes. Then doctors and everybody thrilled. Okay, so like this, this can be used by anybody. These 38 characteristics, there is based on emotions as well as the characteristics. We suggest bachelor remedies. It's a big subject we can take, and easy to learn as compared to the homeopathy or any other thing. So when we take the sessions on this one, we'll take those who are interested to learn, we'll take the sessions for this. We'll see that how we can make a progress. Okay. So if any questions are there, please raise. And how much time we have, madam? So already another 15 minutes.
We are reached.
Pardon?
We almost reached the time, exceeded slightly.
Actually, I wanted 1.5 hours, and our meditation took 25 minutes, 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
Anyway, it's a very wonderful, informative message, Master.
Yeah.
Actually, too much information in a small time period. No?
Yeah, that is true. Probably we can split and then continue in the next session.
Then see what the other masters have to say.
Okay. So this is about the pranic healing. This again, we know that there are a lot of bodies, like a physical body, etheric body, etc. And we know this is the aura of the person, where we can see here. This is invented by the Master Chawakok Sui. Master Chawakok Sui, he visited, he's basically, I think, Philippines. And he studied the Chinese system, Japanese systems, and he came to several times India and met several yogis, and he came out with this pranic healing concept, whereby healing this is a non-touch therapy, where by healing we can heal the chakras, we can correct the chakras, and we can cleanse the aura. Any physical problem before manifesting on the body, it will be first reflected on the aura. So if it is manifested in the body also, it will be reflecting in the aura. By cleaning the aura, cleansing the aura with the energy, we call it cosmic energy, and then we cleanse the aura, and it will be cleansed here. The physical body will get healed. So the many times when we do not know where the problem is, how the problem is, and we can do the aura scanning, and then we can find, and then we can correct this one. So in this one, there are various steps are there, like the physical problems, psychological problems, including the schizophrenia kind of things can be healed and cured the problems, and then bring the body to the homeostasis kind. So this is about the pranic healing. Then hypnotherapy, most of you know. Only thing one I wanted to tell, this hypnotherapy, we use it for the self-confidence creation. And one notion is, only if you are willing to, you can be hypnotized. So why people fear to go to hypnotherapists is they may do hypnotize and they may change me my this one. So here only if a person is willing to, then only he will be hypnotized. Can we ask the questions here, Jayashree, Jayashankar?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Cannot hear.
Not audible.
Whether it affects our energy. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can we do healing? Whether it affects our energy?
Yeah, it can be done. Healing can be done.
Okay. According to the PMC, the spiritual tablet healing will affect our body. I came to know that doing healing and all, it affects our energy, and we will not move to next level in spiritual growth.
Yes, actually, there are a lot of concepts and a lot of notions. Each school of system teaches differently. And so if you are following one system, follow that. And I know that this topic conflicts with the spiritual tablet, but I have been healing and I have not got impacted. Or many people, those who have been healing, they are not get impacted. Here, what we are doing is, I don't want to get into the concept of spiritual tablet or QLU. Even QLU says that Quantum Life University says don't heal others. But when the person is not in a position to heal himself, not even able to do the meditation, he is going to the allopathy for the healing and getting the medicines. So if you are enabling the person to do his own work, okay, so by healing, we are taking here, say first when there is an affirmation, there is a prayer, we invoke the cosmic energy. I am only an instrument. The cosmic energy is flowing through me, and then I am trying to give the cosmic energy to the other person. Because he is not getting the full cosmic energy he is supposed to receive, we are trying to act as a instrument in between and then give it. So I am not losing my energy. I am in fact getting my energy, and the other person, I am not giving all 100% energy because his body may not be in a position to take all 100% energy. Say suppose if it is 440 volts of this one, a step down transformer is what is required for the 230 volts when it has to come to our house, electricity. So like this, in the meditation also, our gurus will help in reducing the intensity of the energy that is passing through us, and they will give the energy whatever that is required to the body and what the body can sustain. That is important here. So number one, I am only an instrument. I am taking the help of the angels, healing angels and healing ministers. And when we are enabling, we are doing it a good cause to the other person to bring his body into homeostasis status where he can do his own energy healing. So that's where actually the hypnotherapy also helps in a lot in getting the positive vibrations and removing the negative energies and self-confidence for themselves. Okay. So similarly, in the pranic healing also helps, and then batch flower remedies also help in the same way where they bring the homeostasis. That's what I'm repeating, where the body, we are giving the body to get that energy to sustain whatever the energy that has to take.
Okay. Whether the negative energy of the person will pass on to us?
It will not actually, because you are protecting yourself and you are cleansing yourself after that. Before you start, you are protecting. After you end that, you are cleansing yourself.
Oh, okay.
Sankalpa. And if you are not following those things, whatever may be the system, whether it is Reiki or whether it is pranic healing or any other energy system, even say for instance, the doctor, medical doctor, he goes and touches everybody, all the patients they touch. So the patient is coming and then the doctor has to check the pulse. If the doctor is becoming the patient, it is very difficult for them. So most of the doctors, after going home, they will wash their legs and they take a bath, etc. and all, and they purify themselves by cutting off all those energies, negative energies, whatever they have got it.
Or otherwise, you have to put Sankalpa before starting that healing.
Pardon?
Sankalpa.
I didn't get.
Before doing healing, can you put Sankalpa?
Yes. The healing is Sankalpa is included here actually. See, the many times, when we did the energy projection, say in the access bars also we do the energy pull. Okay, and pranic healing we do the energy projection. And somebody used to call me during the COVID's time, and so person is in ICU. I'm not saying I did a great job, but what I know is rescue remedy will help that person. So I used to assume the rescue remedy energy in one of the hands and then project that rescue remedy energy to the other person. And even the 6 months old baby who was undergoing a lot of operations and uncertainties, that baby came out of the hospital from the ICU and the parents were very happy. And the person who requested me to do this energy healing, because she asked me to do when there was a lot of uncertainties that were going on in the child's case. When we did that, everything was clear and then came out. And there is also in bachelor remedy, there is a medicine called the water violet. If we chant or if we take water violet, we get only water, whatever the medication, whatever the treatment, whatever the healing that is required for the body, you will receive it. That is what is a proven kind of a thing. But of course, again, as I mentioned in the beginning, alternative therapies, we look for a lot of research and proofs. Then only the other medical systems will approve and accept these systems. Okay, sir, today I think already we are at 8 o'clock and we cannot cover the actual acupressure I wanted to cover, and pyramid vastu and pyramid healings I wanted to cover, and then mental and emotional health and acupressure. So we need to go for the different session, second session for the introduction itself. So what shall we do? Shall we stop at this stage?
Okay, Master. Before that, I just want to ask a question, Master.
Yes.
Just now, Master Shankar was telling of Sankalpa.
Yeah.
He says Sankalpa is individually, can't put Sankalpa to heal another person. By doing Sankalpa individually, you're using less energy. But 2-3 people join together to Sankalpa, it will be effective. But you can do Sankalpa in spiritual affairs, like a spiritual thing. That's what Patriji said. No? I heard this is Patriji's speeches now.
Okay.
So what is your version about this?
No, what the question is, individual versus
individual
Sankalpa
Sankalpa, by doing a person, individually curing a person, you losing a lot of energy in you. So you should not do it. Anything, Sankalpa must do collectively. For personal, this what you call worldly things. These are worldly things, dealing with your body, your mind, all worldly things. So only can do individual Sankalpa for spiritual things, like this Loka Kalyanam, no? Like doing a Sankalpa to put a pyramid, or Sankalpa to do a program, a spiritual program. So that one you can involve it. So that's what.
So again, this is all energy. And what I said in the few minutes back is the different school of thoughts. And each in the pranic healing also, they say that why the pranic healing came into the picture is many people cannot heal themselves. Basically, what is the energy? When we are lying down, everybody is getting the energy. Okay, so all our chakras will open up and we receive the energy. And if all the chakras are really open and you are getting 100% energy, and if you are sleeping more than 8 hours, you feel numb in the morning when you get up, where you don't feel like doing any work, you feel lethargic. That means your body is receiving more energy. That means you are in a healthy state, you are receiving more energy, you feel lethargic by sleeping more. So many people, those who do this kind of a invoking energy, they will sleep only 5-6 hours or 4 hours, something like that, because that sleep is sufficient for them. Okay, so now when we are receiving this energy in the sleep, the patient is not receiving that energy as it is required. So now when either in hypnotherapy or pranic healing, we are enabling him to receive that energy. Okay, so in the pranic healing says you can do this by doing the invoking and by thinking that you are only pranic healing or Reiki or any other energy healing. So you are only an instrument. You are not losing your energy there. When you think like that with a proper invocation of the prayer, if we are doing, we will not lose that. Now, as far as the sankalpa is concerned, pranic healers are singular, Reiki healers are single. They are doing it. They are not losing energy. If they are not doing properly, they are receiving it. So each guru or each school have their own rules and regulations and this one. So if we are debating on that, we will not be able to progress much on that. So wherever it is required, you use that medicine or that school that is required. So, okay, so I'm not trying to campaign here for pranic healing or against the spiritual tablets, but there is a system like this. One can use it if it is required. It's again the sankalpa. When you say the mass sankalpa, we also did for the pranic healing. They were hosting here about more than 1 lakh people. They wanted for the people to come. So we did Om Mani Padmeham Japam for several people in Karnataka. They did that Japam. I did myself as a 1 lakh. That is a kind of a sankalpam to create the mass collective energy to heal 1 lakh, to attract 1 lakh people for the meditation sessions or maybe the 10 days meditation course, etc. like that. So individually, we do a lot of sankalpa when we are doing the puja. And everything, I want this, I want that, I want this, I wanted to score good marks in my activity is nothing but the sankalpa. So this is my thought. Okay, so we respect all the gurus and all the systems and choose whatever is appropriate at that moment of time and maybe at that time. Okay, so
Okay, actually a very intricate message.
yeah, that is true actually. Even I was somebody objected me when I went to Soul Coach program. In QLU Soul Coach training program, 10 days course I attended last year. There was one boy of 21 years of age who is not able to control his own body, and he was not able to control urine. And he came, the father came with him. So now, if you ask him to do the meditation, how long he will do the meditation and how long he can sit for the meditation. And then I generally came to know that, and then I just applied the colors on his fingers for controlling urine. And I did access bars for controlling his body, mind, and energy stabilization. Within the very next day, his urine was controlled. For next 9 days, 10 days, he was applying the colors and he never had urination in the pants. So how awkward it will be for a 22 years boy to urinate in that one. And then the body movements have changed a lot and everybody was getting surprised for that. Now, if you leave it to him in one corner for meditation, he will be only doing everything like that only. He will not change. I am not saying the meditation will not heal. Meditation will heal. I had my left shoulder pain. Severely 2-3 years I suffered. And when I took even X-ray also, I was getting pain, and then several systems I tried and nothing worked. I thought I learned one chakra meditation and by B.K. Chandrasekhar, who healed cancer for himself through the meditation. So I did that meditation for 20 minutes a day into 7 days. And my shoulder pain disappeared. Now, whether the gap is there more, whether the liquid is there in my shoulder or not, whether it is fully dried up, I don't care it now. I'm able to move freely my both the hands. And then it has worked. With a meditation of 20 minutes into 7 days, it has worked. For some people, those who are doing meditation, who are in receiving end of energy of the meditation will help a lot, help fast. Now, till you receiving the energy, till you sense the energy receiving by the body, it may take several months, several days for some people. So now you also know, for many people go to the pyramids and they say that I have not got any experience. The sensitivity of receiving and understanding that energy by the body has to be developed. That will happen over a period of time. So that is, I feel so. So every point, every system has their own plus points, minus points, and debatable points. So let us take it the positive aspects of each one and then move forward.
Thank you very much, Master. It's an alternative therapy. So to understand people, of course, it's so much of information, and it's good because to know the knowledge, you see, and then how the meditation also is connected with this.
Right.
Anyway, it's a beautiful thing, Master, because it's this subject. If you touch it, there's no limit.
Yeah. Actually, the pranic healing, they have taught us the twin hearts meditation. I went through twin hearts meditation. Then there was the chakral healing meditation. There was a blue pearl meditation. Then there was a kundalini meditation and arhatic meditation. I went through all those classes and meditations, and they asked us to maintain a record for about 2 years what meditation you are doing. So I did, many people together also did, individually also did that one. But still, I am learning, and I cannot say that I have my visual third eye is open. No, not open. I cannot see the energy. I can only sense when I see this with my hands. So it is a ever learning process of energy and healing and meditation, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank
you.
So
Thank you
I think probably we'll stop at this stage, and
stop here. Yes,
we'll
thank you
have
very
the
much
next session.
for a wonderful session. Thanks to all the masters patiently for listening to us. Thank you very much. And just about 1 minute meditation before I conclude.
Yeah, sure. I request Saujanya Madam to collect some feedback
Yes.
from the individuals so that I can implement whatever the changes that I can bring in for the next meeting, whenever it is.
Sir, one person helping hands asking, how can we learn this?
Okay, so I can teach some of the things, but in each access bars, if you want to learn, it is a worldwide organization, and worldwide in Malaysia also people are there. I can, if we know, we'll try to search from their area. We'll get some people, they can learn from them. And pranic healing also, worldwide people are there, they can learn from them. Pranic healing I can only do, but I tried to be a teacher, but then they said a lot of restrictions. I should not learn any other system, and I should practice only pranic healing. So then I said no. So I went up to teaching of pranic healing, but then I stopped it. Maybe I don't know current rules, but so there are people are there. Let me know what problem they are facing, and if we can try to help them to come out of that, I will try to help. And then if there are any people, those who are there, they can make it. But acupressure, which I wanted to teach online, just that we can go through that. I can teach acupressure. And I want to make one announcement here before I go for that. Probably that information will be useful for you. In the acupressure, actually, we are conducting eyesight improvement with acupressure and hearing improvement with acupressure. This one will be helpful for the people. Eyesight improvement will be useful for all the people to avoid the cataract operation, and also the vision related problems, eye related problems. We did last 2 years some programs we have run from Acupressure and Acupuncture Academy of Bangalore, India. With that, with their help, we did their points of around the eyes. we trained them and monitored the progress, and we found that some people avoided cataract operation, and some people have for me it is a 0.5 in both the eyes reduction was there. So we are conducting this program. So eyesight improvement. There will be monitoring. Teaching is first, and then monitoring for 3 to 6 months time, how the progress is happening. Second thing is the hearing improvement. We test with the frequency test with the ears, and with the acupressure when we run that. Because this is for the above 45-50 years of age, people will have the problems of the hearing. The frequency has improved for many people, and a few people have removed their hearing aid, which is costing about 30,000-45,000 rupees, spent and bought the hearing aid. By doing this acupressure around the ears, they removed that hearing aid. So these courses we just wanted to announce, and people those who are there, they can learn acupressure and practice themselves, and then do it. Okay.
Okay, Sarojana.
Sharing
Yeah.
sharing music, sir.
I'll stop screen.
Okay.
Just 1 minute
Sir,
meditation.
sir, helping healing hands, sir. I'm sending the contact number of sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just be with the breath, masters. We are grateful to the Mother Universe, nature, and all the masters for patiently listening to this beautiful session. Thank you very much to Master Srinivas Rao Surampudi, who gave a beautiful session today. With this, slowly we come to our senses. Now, masters, take your time. And open your eyes, masters. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I thank everybody for giving this
Thank you,
opportunity and patient listening to me. Maybe you can create an account, or maybe you can add me into the group. If anybody wants to message me any personal questions or anything, I will be very happy to help them and question and guide them as to my extent of my learning. And yes, I'm a continuous learner, and I'm trying to help others while I learn and co-learning. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much,
for your
sir.
proposition.
Thank you so much, sir. I already shared your number in our group, sir.
Okay.
So
okay,
people who
okay.
wants to contact you will contact you, and the person who asked your number also, I passed the number, sir.
Sure,
But
sure.
anyway, I will add you to a Malaysia group also, sir, so that anyone ready to talk to you, they can talk to you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank
you.
you so much for sharing your wealth of knowledge, sir. It was wonderful session, sir.
I
Thank you
can't
so
say
much.
wealth of knowledge. It's only the bit of
It is, sir.
drops of knowledge.
But still,
I
sir,
can
so
say.
many topics are new. So many
Yeah.
topics are new to us.
Yeah.
The batch flower remedy and all are new to us, because I keep hearing it everywhere. This is the first time I'm learning about it. Okay, sir.
Yeah, actually,
Thank you.
bachelor remedies, I wanted to take sessions, and I'm preparing slides on that. So
Okay,
we'll
sir.
come out with that. So,
Okay, sir. We'll continue next week, sir.
Right.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Good night, sir. Thank you, Master.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Good night.